Hello everyone. In this video we have seen what is ARP spoofing and what are the main terminologies that we need to understand as part of ARP spoofing theory. There are three main things which are nothing but your router, your hacker machine and your victim. And we need to understand the importance of the packet forwarding as well in case of ARP spoofing. Now in this video we are going to do the practicals about the ARP spoofing by using the terminal commands inside your calling machine. Since we are going to collect the details about the router, victim and hacker details, we are going to use some terminal commands here. The first one is seeing all the devices in your network, you will be using the IRP scan. Sorry, it is ARP scan. Sometimes it may not load all the IP addresses or all the devices. We need to just try couple more times. Yes. Now you can see three devices are connected to your current network and your current machine or it will be like a hacker machine that you are going to play the role. So that details will be in the top. The system which you are working, that will be acting like a hacker machine, so you can get the hacker details at the top, its MAC address and its IP address. Then you can see the, let's say, the victim details by choosing any one of the device. Since I am going to choose the device which ends with IP address 132, so that is the victim for my case. Now I need to get the router address. By seeing normally the naming convention which ends with 1 will be normally router. So that's the reason I am going to take this one as a router. But we cannot go with assumptions, right? So we need to confirm that this is the router or not. So for that you need to use the command route -n. And you can see, so this is the IP address, gateway address, which will be acting like a router. By mapping with this output with the previous output, you can get easily the MAC address of the router as well. So now we have already filled out the data, so it will be same like in our terminal commands. So the IP address ends with 1 will be ends with D6, and the victim machine ends with 132 as IP address, will be having the MAC address as ends with C2, and the hacker details our current machine, so that will be ends with 194 for the IP address, and the MAC address will be ends with 70. Since we have collected all the details, we will go to the next level. So now we need to see the victim details. That means that we need to see the ARP details. We have discussed about the ARP table, which will be having the mapping between the IP address and the MAC address. So before proceeding with the ARP spoofing, we will see the actual details inside your victim machine. So now I will go to the victim machine. In general, people will be using, let's say, the virtual machine, but in my case I have another laptop itself, so I am connecting with that laptop by using the SSH server. Sorry, this is not the command, and I need to use ARPE. Now you can see in the ARP table of the victim machine, you have the IP address, or you have the IP, let's say the MAC address for the router will be ends with D6, and you have another system, another details such as like your hacker machine, so that will be having the IP or MAC address will be ends with 70. So that's what we have recorded here. So that means that the router will be having the MAC address which has the ending D6, and another system, so that has the entry as 70. Actually it is the hacker machine. Now this is for the status before you make the ARP spoof. Now we are going to do the ARP spoofing. Before starting with ARP spoofing, we need to enable the packet forwarding, right? So for making the enabling the packet forwarding, we will be using this command. So system control and -w, and you will be using this command. So if it is 1, you are making enabling the packet forwarding. If it is 0, you are disabling the packet forwarding. Since we are going to do the ARP spoofing, the prerequisite will be enabling the packet forwarding. The packet forwarding has to be done in your hacker machine. So that's the reason I am going in my own machine. Yes, it has been set. Now that means that now packet forwarding has been enabled. Now we are going to execute two commands. So what is that? So sudo, that means that you should be the root user. The one thing to be noted is all the ARP spoofing related commands should be used with the root user access. because since it's very critical and let's say crucial thing, so we need to use the root user so that it will be taken care. Now sudo arp spoof is the command from the terminal, and we are using the -i to mention the internet, or let's say the network interface. And after that -t, the target, so which machine you are going to target by using which spoof. That means that we can interpret this statement like, so I am going to use the root user access, and I am going to use the terminal command arp spoof, and I am focusing on the WLAN 0, which is Wi-Fi, and my target machine is the router. By seeing the extra details above session, you can identify this is the target machine, so that means the router is my target, and I am going to use my identity to map with the 132 victim machine. So that means that I am going to target the victim, which is nothing but your router, and I am going to steal the identity of the victim. That means that I am going to tell the router that I am the victim. And another way you are going to do the ARP spoofing. Now this time the target will be your victim. Now for the victim you are going to tell I am the router. So that's the reason in the second part it will be interchanged. So you will be having the router IP address. So let's execute these commands, but these commands has to be executed in the two separate terminals. Since we are going to work with the different terminals, even if you want to install the terminator, which will have the option to have the splitted terminals. If you don't have, just use the normal terminals. So now I have the terminator, so you can see the both output in the same screen. Now here you can see, and same way here. So what actually happens is, this terminal command will keep on giving the ARP response to the systems or the target machines, so that you will be having the spoofing. So I will start in both the screens. If you just notice the output, here you can see 132, it will be just giving the MAC address which ends with 70. So that means that you are telling your victim having the MAC address of 70, and here you can see your router having the MAC address of 70. So this ends with 70, the MAC address belongs to the hacker machine. So if you see the hacker machine details, you can see clearly. So you are telling just to interact with the hacker machine rather than interacting with the router and victims in the different area. So based on the communication, so it will directly communicate with your hacker machine, and it will just interact with other things. So what happens is, since we have enabled the packet forwarding also, the man in middle attack will be just flowing through the hacker machine. So that's what happens here. And this ping will be keep on continuing, so that you will be having the continuation between the communication. Now we have understood now ARP spoofing in progress. So that means that continually it is pinging the, let's say, the response messages, so that you will be spoofed. So how can you confirm that one? Just you go to the now ARP spoof after the victim machine. So that means that after ARP spoofing is enabled or in progress, you are going to the target machine. Now I am going to execute the same command arp-e to see the ARP details. Now you can see, in previous, before starting the ARP spoofing, the router has the IP address of D6. Now the router has the IP address of 7D, which is nothing but your hacker machine MAC address. So now indirectly you are telling like the router, actually whenever the victim machine tries to communicate with the router, it will actually communicate with the hacker machine. So this is what we can understand from this terminal command output. So in total we have seen how to make the ARP spoof, and what are the terminal commands that we can use it here, and how to get the details about the router, victim and the hacker details, and why do we need to enable the packet forwarding, that we have seen, and how to enable the packet forwarding. By seeing these commands you can clearly understand. If you make the value as 1, so it will be enabling your packet forwarding. Again, after completing your let's say ARP spoofing, you need to just disable the packet forwarding again. So now you can see it is clearly making the spoofing. So in order to stop the spoofing, you can just use the Ctrl+C in both the things. So it will stop the spoofing. And again, as we edited the packet forwarding, we need to again disable that. So you can use any terminal here, but it should be in the hacker machine. Now in order to just disable, you need to make it as a value 0. That's all. Now you have successfully stopped the ARP spoofing in both the terminals, and you have just again disable the packet forwarding. Now again I am going to the, let's say, victim machine. I am going to see what is the IP address. Now again you can clearly see now the IP address, now the MAC address of the router is correctly mapped to the D6. Earlier when ARP spoofing was happening, it was just mapping to the hacker machine. Now after stopping the ARP spoofing, it's actually pointing to the router itself. So this way we can make the ARP spoofing in the terminal level. So that's all about the ARP spoofing by using the terminal commands. So thanks all.